What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Deontay Williams and Bianca Claiborne were making the trek from Georgia to Chicago with their 5 children to attend a family funeral, but their road trip was abruptly cut short in Coffee County, Tennessee, after a traffic stop left them separated from their children. So, why they stopped them? Come on, fam, you know why they stopped them. But officially, they say they stopped them for failure to pass in a left lane and tinted vehicle windows. Now, it quickly escalated to a drug possession when a search of the vehicle found 5 grams of marijuana. That's a Class A misdemeanor in Tennessee. So how does a family get separated over 5 grams of weed? Well, they say, hey, it's illegal. It's illegal. Now, they searched them, and then they also did like urinal test, which the woman came back, the mother came back, cool. The father was tested positive for marijuana. They also did hair follicle test, and those came back positive on both of them. And they say, hey, that's not the case. The mother and the father said, we ain't do no fentanyl. They came back positive for fentanyl and some other stuff. And they said, we didn't do all that stuff. But in any event, everything was cool for a moment. They were just going to hit them with the little small charge, but then they decided 6 hours later to take the kids. Now, why would they take those kids? Like, they put these little kids, let's get their ages right quick. The ages of the babies were 7, 5, 3, 2, and a nursing 4-month-old. Why would they do that? Why? Because you're dealing with uncivilized mutts. Somebody should have some sense and say, you know what? Well, they broke the law, and I know it ain't against the law in California, but in Tennessee, weed is against the law. So what we're going to do here is we are going to arrest the dad, but we're going to let the mom make it and let her go ahead on and take care of these kids, come back and deal with your husband, get your husband out of here, How does it benefit anyone to lock up the parents and separate them from their children? See, this is part of the games that they play. They love busting up black families. They've been doing it for a long time. They did it with slavery. They did it with welfare. They did it with mass incarceration. They did it with the crack epidemic that they started. They did it. They love busting up black families, and then got the nerve to say, start citing statistics about black people not being together and unmarried black women and how many black fathers ain't in the house and all this type of stuff. When they created, systematically they created. They bust up black families on purpose. They put the 5 kids in 3 different foster homes before they were allowed to be sent to a relative's home. They've been away from their parents for a whole month. They were away from their parents for a whole month. How does that benefit society? These people that work in these in law enforcement, people that work in the judicial system, these DAs and stuff, their number one duty is to protect society, the number one job is public safety. How does busting up a family, okay, let's say they did some weed. How does separating a family for having a little weed in their system and you finding 5 grams of some weed, how does that benefit society, locking those parents up? How? We got some real monsters who run this country, fam, who are running these streets, masquerading as peace officers. They're goons, gang members. Some of them are literally gang members, fam. Gang members. Klansmen. Yeah. They're on police forces all across America. This is why America is going to hell in a handbasket. There is no way a country can stay on course or achieve any type of greatness when you have this many demonic people who are in positions of power. You got the fox guarding the chicken coop. That's not going to work. Now, having said all of that, you got 5 kids in the car with you, and you decide to take a road trip with weed in the car. Somebody got to be held accountable for that. Somebody got to have enough sense to say, can't take that chance. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?